Good evening. The first time I met Dr. Rodolfo Jocson was, I think, when I was in third year as pre-med at UNOR. That was back in 1968, 69, not so long ago. And Dr. Jocson was our inducting officer and guest speaker during our induction of officers of our organization, the pre-medical organization of UNOR. And his looks was still fresh in my mind. I can still recall clearly how he looked. And he looked so dignified with his white coat. And I think he was the president of the Negros Occidental Medical Society during that time. And the most important thing, I think the most important message that I can still remember that he said, that being a doctor is not all about treating the disease, but it is also important healing the well-being of the person. And that message is still clear in my mind. And that made me resolve to really become a doctor. And the next time I met Dr. Jocson, I was already a doctor and applying for as a visiting physician at the doctor's hospital. And he still has that same aura in him that made me so proud just, talking to him, standing before him. And he still has that dignified look with his white polo shirt. And his hairstyle is still the same. The first time I saw him years back and the last time I saw him. During that time, he was already the chief of clinics of the doctor's hospital. And in all those years that I was with him in the hospital, the most important thing that I learned from him was strength of character, not skills, but strength of character. And I think that to pay tribute to him is an honor in gratitude for his example. And I believe that to honor him is not how much we practice as a doctor, but how we live as a person. Salamat kay Papa Jokes.
Good day everyone. I'm Dr. Sebastian Tabuga, the first graduate of Doctor's Hospital in the Department of Surgery. Actually, I was invited by the late Dr. Lolito S.M. Tumbucon way back in 1993 to try the residency training program of the Doctor's Hospital. I was then invited by the late Dr. Rodolfo Jocson to try surgery. So, why not? I told Dr. Rodi Jocson. I can still remember Dr. Jocson during my days. He always emphasized the 3 A's of being a good doctor. First is you should be availability. That's number 1. You should always be available to your patient. Number 2 is you should be amiable, that you will be friendly. And number 3, that you have the ability to do your responsibilities and duties as a doctor and as a surgeon. In this memorial lecture, I think the only thing I could say is I am happy to be under the training of the late Dr. Rodolfo Jocson, and wherein he showed me by example what a surgeon and a doctor should be. That's all.
Hello and good evening. I am Ronnie, and I will just give you a snippet of how significant Dr. Jocson to us. Dr. Rodolfo Jocson, also known as Papa Jocks during our time in the 90s, was considered a father, our mentor, our boss, and at times he is also our tormentor. His legacy stems back from around 1994 when he established the postgraduate internship program of this institution. He was with our other front runner, Dr. Tombukon. That program paved the way for young doctors to continue their quest for their eventual practice of medicine. That program established the practice of Dr. Martir and Dr. Ababaw, just to name a few. In 1996, he formally launched the Department of Surgery training program, and I was a part of that program he established. At that time, we had an affiliation with Corazon Locsin Montalibano Memorial Hospital, and we spent 3 months there every year for 5 years, which I was very thankful and grateful for that. These are some of the few interests we have with our mentor, Dr. Jocson, and for that, we are also thankful and grateful for the opportunity. I hope that his legacy will just continue. Thank you.
I'm Joy Abanilla. I'm the chief nurse of the Doctor's Hospital. I've been working in the Doctor's Hospital for 28 years. I started working last 1994, and I'm one nga nangin empleyado kag nangin medical director ko si Dr. Jocson, Papa Jocks ang tawag namon siya sang una. So ang one thing nga hindi ko gid malipatan sa iya during sang time nga nangin staff nurse pa ako nang magubra kami gani procedure sa bedside, hindi gid kami nakadan sang procedure, especially Foley catheter insertion without complete materials. So follow gid kami by the book, including ang pagbutang sa tissue paper sa legs ng patient, part din na sa ngamon nga procedure kag using the flashlight. So amo ginang hindi ko malipatan kay doktor kay no shortcut in the procedure. Thank you.
Ako gali si Pam Yulo, assistant chief nurse subong. Pero nag-start ko di obra 1993 March. So as I can remember, gidyano, inang nakulbaan di kami ni sa una kay Dr. Jocson, kay kaseryoso gid niya siya. Not like bala kay Dr. Tombukon nga upo diya sa una nga kajali. Pero nang damo kag gidya ma-learn sa kay Dr. Jocson. Kay once nga siya na ang mag-rounds, ang mga techniques kag ang mga procedures ginatudlo gini sa mga nurses. Like mag-assist ka sa iya, supposed to be nurse ang mahatag injection, no, si Dr. Jocson na iya mahatag. I-demo yan kung paano na ang pag-wipe sang cotton balls from the inner to the outer, kag paano maghatag sa IM, nakakululbaan sa una, no? Kaya mga tigulang niya sa una mag-IM, ya do ginagulpi. Si Dr. Amo man na. That's all. Thank you.
Ako gali si Jay Pabalato. Nag-umbra sa Dr. Hospital, nagsugod sa 1993. Ang akong mahambal nga sa kay Dr. Jocson nga maayog ito sa iyang doktor. Wala kami siyang may comments. Tungkol nga siya, mayo sa mag-approach, mayo sa tanan, ibisan sa pasyente, mayo siya. Amo na nga ako niya mahatag lang nga message kay Dr. Jocson nga the best yung Dr. Jocson. Ako na, damo kayo salamat.